Hey Shoeboxers, Mike Horrigan here, sitting down today with Marcy Rader, who is the founder of Workwell Life Balance Solutions. And on top of that, she is also a personal trainer and coach who has competed in 30 triathlons, 2 Ironman, and is also a dual-time national champion for adventure races, correct? It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, Marcy, so jumping into it, can you tell us a little bit about just your background in general and also about your business?
Sure. I work with business travelers, and my background is in exercise physiology and personal training, and I'm also a certified productivity consultant. And I worked as a road warrior in the clinical research industry for over a decade and decided to combine my two loves, which is health and wellness and productivity, and combine them for the business traveler.
Have you always wanted to run your own business?
Yes, I have. My grandfather has owned several businesses throughout his life, so he was a huge inspiration to me. My dad owns his own business. My husband's owned his own business for the last decade, and I've had little side businesses for about 6 or 7 years.
We kind of talked about this a little earlier, but how did you find out about ShoeBox and kind of make the choice to start using us?
Sure. Well, I was actually doing productivity training with a woman in San Diego, and I was talking about how they could keep track of their receipts, and she said, "Have you ever heard of ShoeBox?" And I said no, and went back to my hotel room and looked it up, and I've been a huge fan ever since.
So how do you typically use ShoeBox? Do you normally use our app, or do you normally use our mail-in plan, or do you kind of use a combination of both?
I am almost paper-free, so I don't use the mail-in, and so most of what I use is the app, just taking pictures of my receipts, but I also use the Chrome.
The web clipper?
The web clipper, yes, the Chrome web clipper. So when I get an electronic receipt, then I can just clip it and send it, and I love that.
What do you typically find that your clients find the most useful out of ShoeBox? How do you sell them on it?
Well, probably because I get so excited about it, it's hard for them to say, no, I don't need ShoeBox. But just not having all those papers anymore, because I work with business travelers. The company I worked at before, over 10,000 people, heavy with business travelers, and they're still having people tape the receipts onto a piece of paper, and then that piece of paper has to be scanned, and that usually has to wait until they get home or back to the office to get scanned. And so it's just a very inefficient, time-consuming process, and receipts can get lost. And with ShoeBox, you can kind of do it and forget it. And that's what I love about it, because 4 and 5 days later, you're not worrying about a receipt that from the Applebee's that you might get reimbursed for or not.
Absolutely. So do you have any tips for small business travelers, or maybe even other small business owners who need to stay organized, need to stay productive while they're on the road?
Well, the reason why I specialize in business travelers is because it's not just a job; it's actually a lifestyle, and it's a special challenge to be organized and healthy on the road. And I think using apps like ShoeBox, where it will keep things streamlined, and like I said, you can kind of do it and forget about it. It just it makes things easier down the road as well. And so many times business travelers, if you lose a receipt, you have to fight with the company to get reimbursed, or even at the end of the year when you're giving your receipts to your accountant, to be able to export a report and to easily be able to see what's reimbursable, what's deductible, and those types of things, I think is just genius. And with the new part of your app where you can track mileage, I think for people who drive a lot, insurance agents or people in sales that have to drive a lot to places, I mean, that is just the icing on the cake, really, to be able to track that, and it automatically tells you how much you should be reimbursed for that mileage. It's brilliant.
Marcy, we really appreciate you taking the time to come and see the office, and we hope to see you back sometime soon.